Technology. Wow. Um, okay, so I'm just going to wait for Truth to join again. Hi, 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 hi. What's going on? Okay, we're just going to wait for our guests to join. My Instagram suddenly went off, so I had to restart the live session again. So please hold on. Our guests will be here shortly. Okay. Hi, so sorry.
Hi, Christian. No problem.
Is there?
Okay.
Okay, just before it went off, I asked that you introduce yourself to us. Beyond math, who are you? Please can you introduce yourself to us?
Okay. I am by name Mr. Esomnofu Ifechukwu a passionate mathematics and further mathematics tutor who leverages on technology and social media to impact knowledge with students within and outside Nigeria. So I'm Anambra State, precisely Oba. So I love education so much to the extent that I sacrifice my money, my time, I sacrifice everything I have to ensure that mass phobia is eliminated in our students. So in short, I am a passionate educator. Thank you.
Okay, I'm not surprised that I'm getting that feedback about you being a passionate educator because of course, like you have a track record of like you know how they say go and verify. Yes. So if you can really tell us to go and verify because let me just read out some of your awards and recognition to the house. Let everybody know. So in 2020 there was the Motina Teacher of the Year award, and in the whole of State you came out top. Also in the whole of Nigeria you were among the first 10, the top 10 for the Motina Teacher of the Year award. That is the okay, there's some background noise. So the former governor of Anambra State, Chief Willie Obiano, recognized your efforts for being an active member of the Anambra Teaching on Air, and that was during the pandemic. Also, the former commissioner for education in Anambra State, yet again, recognized you for being the only teacher from Anambra that participated in the National Education Conference. If this is not passion for education, I don't know what is. Like, and so many awards that I would still take a break to also read out to people. So tell us, I'm aware that you studied mathematics education. Please, I remember that when I was in secondary school, primary school, if they tell people that you're going to be a teacher, it was like, go for it, go for it. Tell me, how did you study mathematics education? Were you flung into that department? You know, they say jam me. It's jam that gave me that course. Or did you actually pick mathematics education? Please share your story with us.
Okay. I decided to be a mathematics teacher because I want to revenge. Mathematics actually dealt with me Yeah, he dealt with me in my primary through secondary school days. But the surprising thing is that at the end of every term, I would take first position in class, but I would pay maths. Right from my
Wow.
primary, right from my primary school till SS2, that's year 11, I paid maths. But the one that paid me so much is that in my third term, SS2 year 11, I failed maths and took second position for the first time in my life because of maths. You know, in SS2, you have to streamline to face either science or art, and the number of subjects you do will reduce. So before I could be able to cover maybe the lapses I'll have in mathematics with other subjects to maintain my first position, the subjects are now limited, so I wouldn't have many chances to cover it up. So I took second position, and that pained me a lot. So from that day, I decided to sacrifice my time. Any youth corps I see in my school that maybe has a knowledge of math, engineering, and all that, I kept on disturbing them, worrying them, looking for extra lessons, spending
Wow.
time solving mathematics, and suddenly, by SS3 first term, I made it in math for the first time in my life. After those passionate commitment I had with mathematics, I made credit. And when we took our mock exams for WAEC, I was the only person that still made credit in math. And the surprising thing is that after WAEC, when I took my WAEC in a school in Anambra State, I was the only person that passed maths. So I was in WAEC, yeah. I was so motivated to the extent that I left my ambition of becoming a medical doctor. I said I must go to the university to study maths, and not just maths, but math education, how to teach others maths. I want to revenge. So I just decided to write JAM. I put maths education first choice in UNN. So I didn't become a maths teacher maybe because I couldn't get other courses in the university. I intentionally decided to be a maths tutor to maybe revenge, because I want to revenge what mathematics did to me. Honestly, so it's just
like that is so you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I decided to revenge, honestly. And then I became a maths teacher. So many schools, my students were testifying, because I was not doing it because I want to earn money. I was not doing it. I believe that if you teach for the outcome will bring income. So I don't just teach for income, I teach for outcome. That has been my slogan when I was teaching, because your outcome definitely in one way or the other will bring income. So I could remember when I posted in a school in Anambra State, my salary then was 43,000 naira. I wouldn't lie to you, but in a village, I spend about 38,000 naira on transport every month, but my salary is for 3,000. And those students in that school couldn't afford to buy a mathematics textbook. Do you know that I sacrificed my money to buy a textbook for all the students in that school? For all the students in that school, not just in that class, for all the students in that school, because I want to revenge what mathematics did to me. I want everybody, every student around me to understand and see that mathematics is not actually a difficult subject, that if I could make it, that they can still make it. Because I learned that math wasn't actually hard, it's just phobia. Just phobia, and we keep on passing it from generation to generation that math is hard. Every child will believe that math is hard without knowing that it is the simplest subject on earth. That's the only subject that when you're able to get a task correctly, you will be so happy with yourself. Honestly, even when I was a student, if I solve and get a task correct in math, I will be so happy, unlike other subjects. So that is what I continue to do. And during the pandemic, I helped the students in Anambra State and beyond through ABS radio. We stream live on Facebook, and I continued helping them. So in summary, so I won't take your time, I actually decided to be a maths tutor just to revenge what mathematics did to me. And I'm sure I'm winning. I'm winning.
Well, you're not taking my time. See, this evening it is all about you. And you know, the story that you shared is such an inspiration to me. So math did you dirty, and you're so determined that the way math did you dirty, no student of yours would have to go through that. That's such an inspiring story for me. Yes, it speaks about someone who has seen beyond not just, oh, I've overcome math, let me move on. But you also thought about how you can help other people to do the same. So I'm going to ask this question because for me, okay, at some point I got better in school. I didn't really struggle with math, but I know that I can speak for the average Nigerian students if I say that math was a challenge in school. Why do you think that's so? Why do people struggle with math? Is it the pedagogy, the methodology of teaching, or is the subject complex? Because I heard you say that math is the easiest thing on earth, but please, I beg to differ.
Okay. There are a lot of things that can make students see maths as a difficult subject. Though maths is one of the simplest. Is a methodology, like you've said. Many tutors, sorry to say this, don't actually see and understand maths as something that happens every now and then in our life. They see it as abstract subject, and when something is abstract, it becomes difficult to pass it
comprehend
on to other persons. Just for instance, you see a lot of teachers telling students that a fraction is a number that has a, I don't know what a fraction is. We're bringing numerator and denominator. How will I understand fraction? So when I taught my student fraction, I gave an example that my school fees is 20,000 naira and I was able to pay 15,000 naira. I asked them if I have completed my school fees. They said no. I said, then what have I paid? They said, you paid a part of your school fees. I told them I have paid a fraction of my school fees. That anything that is incomplete in life is a fraction. I gave them an instant telling them, supposing I lose one of my hands, I am now a fraction. They started laughing. So by so you see that a lot of them will actually understand what fraction is and they will not forget it. They see it as a part of a whole, anything that is incomplete. Before I will now start talking about numerator and denominator, you get? But many people will just come straight and tell you that. So that makes maths abstract. There is no topic in mathematics that is not real. There is no topic in maths that is not real, that does not have real life application, honestly. I know you might disagree, but maths is a topic, is a subject that has the highest application in real life. But many people might disagree. But supposing you're a maths teacher, I would just ask you to bring up a topic in maths that you think that doesn't have any application. I will tell you like 5 applications of such a topic. You get? So that's methodology 1. Then 2.
Sorry. I just hold on. You just threw a challenge. So I'm going to ask our audience. Can you think about math topics that you feel like, come on, this is not even realistic. This is not applicable in real life. I just wasted my time learning it. Please put that topic in the comment section. You have to give us 5 applications. Okay, so I'm just going to talk for you. Please continue.
Okay. Okay. Another thing is believing that you are the only person that has problem in math.
Okay.
When you have the belief, when one has the belief that he or she is the only person that has problem in math, that person cannot do well. Math, just like every other subject, no one can know it all. You get?
Yeah.
So even teachers can know it all. So when you believe that I cannot know math, so you are actually considering yourself, and definitely you would know the math. You get? So many students believe that math is difficult, and that it becomes difficult for them. The kinds of friends they keep, the kinds of friends you keep will also affect you a lot. And again, one failing to get help in math the same day you have that problem in maths. When you have a math problem and you leave it to maybe stay for a day or 2, oh, don't worry, I will find it maybe next week. You keep on procrastinating. That person cannot do well in math. So there is this thing in math that when you have a problem, try to get help that same day immediately, so that thing will be, because if you leave it, it will continue to expand and continue to cause more problem for you. That is what I tell my students. Again, is the lack of self-confidence.
Self-confidence. Wow.
Yes.
So
You will see a lot of students.
has to do with math.
Yes, yes. I could remember when we are in a university, a lecturer can come into a class and ask a question. Everybody will say, "Ah, this one only a Esomnofu can answer this. Now only this person can answer this," something like that. So they don't even believe in themselves. When they lack that belief and confidence in themselves, it will cause them not to put effort in learning. Because when you struggle to put effort to learn, honestly, you'll be growing.
Sure.
Because they said, yeah, practice makes improvement. So many people have believed that they cannot learn this. They don't see math as something they need. They see it as something that they have to pass, maybe to get to where they are going. They don't see that this will help them. They are not happy they are learning it. They are learning it because they feel they are forced to learn it in order to get to a certain level. Thereby, that person will not have so much passion and commitment in that, and that person cannot grow. So lack of self-confidence and being passionate and seeing math as something that can help one in real life can honestly be a very big reason students are not doing well in math.
Yes, thank you so much. So if there's something I'm going to say to any math teacher who is watching this live session now, is that you can take math beyond the complexity of those numbers and begin to project real life examples to the learners. So once they can see how that concept fits into their everyday life, then you sort of demystified it already. And there was also something you mentioned about how if you leave a math problem, that is, if you leave a challenge and you don't tackle it when it's a challenge, it will pile up and keep affecting you. I think that also applies to foundations. Most people struggle with math because the foundation is weak. So somebody who does not understand 4 times 5, by the time you start giving them more complex problems to solve, it's definitely going to affect them. So yes, we know that you know all these facts about, okay, self-confidence and all that. Now, have you met, can you give us like different, maybe about 3 examples of students that you have met with? How did they see math? Have you met, just give us, I don't want to give examples, tell us at least maybe like 3 different examples of students that you typically meet with while you're doing your work.
Okay. I would say that I've met all kinds of students in different academic levels. I've met below average, I've met average students, I've met high flyers. I've even met a student that I am sure that student knows that much more than myself.
Wow.
So yeah, I've met one. At least when I taught in a British Spring College, Oka, I've met a student. I think I still remember the name. Something like what's the name again? Okay, when the name comes in my mind again, I will say it. But that boy is very intelligent. You are teaching him, but you know that he knows this thing more than you. Just that the fact that I'm opportune to have seen other higher topics than he has, but for that level he is. For that level he is. I'm sure that he knows that much more than me. So, but what I do is that I use differentiation in my class, that is considering students various academic levels. Do you know that I don't expect a student that scores 10% maybe in one term to score even up to 30 next term?
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you scored 10% last term and in this term you're able to score 15%, I'll give you a present that has more value than somebody that is making 95 and the person made 90.
Okay.
Yeah, you know that student is not growing. Yeah.
Because I want to be your student now, and I will score 50% so that you can, you know. So can you tell us why that?
Yeah. See, learning. The goal of education is not to make everybody score 100%. To me personally, the goal of education is to ensure that every child moves from one academic level to an academic level that is higher than where he's coming from. So if a child is scoring 10% and that side is able to score 15%, that shows progress. You now set another target, maybe you 25% next term. By so doing, you see that that child get to a better academic level. So I wouldn't expect a child to score 100%. A child that scored 10%. If the child is able to score 100% and last time he scored 10%, I will examine the examination because it is not supposed. It is not supposed. So the goal of education is to move from one academic level to one. What I do is that I use differentiation. Even my objectives, I have various objectives for every student in a class. Sorry, all students in the same academic levels. For instance, if I'm coming to a class to teach maybe English 6, the work I will share with my students will be different. Okay. Yeah. So I know those students that are too strong, they are too brainy. So I'll give them tasks that will challenge them. I share worksheets that will challenge them. After I must have introduced the topic and did a lot of intro and all that. So because my method of teaching is task-based. Task-based. So yeah, that's differentiation. So I differentiate in so many ways, either by grouping them according to their level, or by timing. I give them the same task but time them. I will know. I will know that those ones that are too brainy will finish on time, and those ones are not maybe as brainy as the high flyers will take more time to finish. I've differentiated them by timing, then by task. The task I give them can be different depending on their level. So if a child is able to add 3 plus 5 and get it right, another child is able to can be able to add 50 plus 100. You get so that person that added 3 plus 5 has achieved his objective for that particular lesson, because that is what I had in mind. So if he's able to finish, I will give him another task to continue. You have a lot of worksheets, and all these things are not stressful because many people will ask you, how can you do that? In your laptop, you can type and store them and just be updating them from time to time. So gone are the days you use pen to write today. After writing tomorrow, you have to prepare another one. No. You only review it to ensure that it's still up to standard. That is what I did when I was still in a British school. I use tasks a lot. I don't joke with tasks. So I also have challenge wall in my class because I know all my students are different. That is what I call challenge wall. I paste this on the corner of my class because I know sometimes the average student will struggle to understand a particular concept, and many teachers will be spending time to make them understand that concept, thereby shooting the high flyers. They will be idle, waiting for you to explain a certain thing for the below average students, and the high flyers will not be growing. So I see it as a sin. They pay their school fees, they need to be improving, but they are not. They're spending all your time educating the below average students. That's a taboo, honestly. So I'll have my challenge wall where those students that are too brainy, we go and pick tasks from the wall that will challenge them to keep them busy, while I go on to help the below average students and average students in my class. See, that's what I do. So make sure that everybody is busy. My class is just task. I don't talk too much. I will just talk for 5-10 minutes, then task. Then I'll be going around with my red pen is very powerful. When I was teaching, I'll just be going around my class to supervise what they do, to guide them, and give more tasks to those that are able to finish their tasks on time. So I've met all levels of students, but what I have ensured this while is that no matter the level you are able to move from one academic level to an academic level better than that level you are into. That is what I have done so far. So I've met students that hated maths, I've met students that love maths, but one thing I know I have done is that every student that have passed through me loves mathematics, because I can sacrifice my salary to motivate the students that are doing so well in mathematics. So that's just
your passion for mathematics and for passing on your knowledge is evident. Like, it is really evident. In fact, a lot of bodies have come out to acknowledge that prowess of yours. For instance, the Great Leaders Forum in 2020 gave you an award for the elimination of math phobia. Same thing with the National Association of Mathematical Science Students. You even got that award 2 years running, 2020 and 2021, also for the elimination of maths phobia. And then you got the I Am Nigerian award in 2021 for the same, for using social media for the elimination of maths phobia. I celebrate you indeed. Because all this doesn't come by, I know that you do a lot of work. That will bring me to your journey on social media. Tell us, how did you begin to teach math on social media? How did that start? Because please, just before we start, I want this session to also inspire teachers out there to let them know that they can also leverage technology to pass knowledge across students around the world. So I want you to please tell us, I know you have hundreds of followers, hundreds of thousands of followers across social media. You can please tell us some of your numbers and then tell us the beginning so that nobody will be thinking that you just woke up one morning and you started teaching and 100,000 people started following you. So please take us through that journey.
Okay. Everything still boils down to the passion I have for mathematics. During the pandemic 2020, that time I newly joined a government school in Anambra State. So the Honorable Commissioner for Basic Education in Anambra State advertised that they need some teachers that will volunteer, though freely, to teach students online through radio stations, and it will be streamed live on Facebook, ABS radio station in Anambra State, a popular radio station that thousands of students listen to. So yeah. So we were interviewed. A lot of teachers, thousands of teachers in Anambra State came out. I was successful, and to the glory of God, I was the first person that taught on air in the junior category of Anambra teaching on air. And after that lesson, I was surprised. I got a call from the Honorable Commissioner for Basic Education telling me, I was surprised, he doesn't have my number, nothing. Commissioner of Education called me. I was like, wow. She was so appreciative that my lessons was so nice. In fact, she even sent me money. I saved her numbers, she saved mine, and we started communicating. That was how the journey started. Yeah, so in the process of that journey, I met the coordinator for that Anambra teaching on air, Mr. Patrick Okeke. So we continued to the extent that I told them that this journey would have been so nice if we incorporate PowerPoint designs, maybe technology into it, so that it will help students to understand it better. So then many teachers were not able to make PowerPoints and all that. I volunteered myself. I went around so many schools in Anambra State. All these things are free of charge. I taught hundreds of teachers PowerPoint. In fact, I produced thousands of PowerPoints that was used in that teaching on air. I even trained a lot of principals in Anambra State then. In fact, I spent my money doing most of those things because of the passion. So at the time, I was motivated by the coordinator of that teaching on air. That is not wise. People from all over the world see you in ABAs as you teach, and they have been commending you. Why not start your own? I saw reasons with him, and I started mine. I don't even know anything about that. I didn't have anything in mind. I was just trying to show myself I love doing this. Let people see me that I love doing this. Let students benefit from this thing I'm doing. Let this math phobia end. Why will a student see math as a difficult subject? I know what I passed through, and I was able to pass mathematics. That math is not actually difficult. That I must correct this impression that mathematics is a difficult subject. It is not. It is the simplest subject one can learn. I started posting math videos, spending my data, my money. In fact, there was a time I used more than my 5 months salary by then to buy projector for that teaching. But spend all the money I have. The first time I bought a board for that teaching, my Esomnofu Online Maths, my account balance was 10,000 naira. I bought the board at 9,000 naira. I bought that board 9,000, and 1,000 was in my account. And as at that time, I don't even have a very good Android phone. My Android phone, the camera wasn't good. I paid my friend 500 naira to come and video me while I fit in my board with his phone. So many things. I know how I borrowed money from all these apps that give money to buy some gadget, because what is worth doing is worth doing well. So I love anything I do. I just want it to be perfect. Even till today, I'm still investing in it. Up to today, I'm still investing in it. So I started putting videos for stress 6 months. Nobody noticed me until one day I put a video around 7 p.m. and I woke up. I started seeing this person followed you, this person, a lot of follow. I said, what's going on? I said, me that used to get like 200 views at most in a video, I saw 30-something thousand views in one particular video. That video continued to trend until it get to 2 million views. And that particular video gave me not less than 20,000 followers. The kind of motivation I had seeing that video, I invested a lot. I started putting not less than 5 videos in all social media every day. All social media every day. So every day I'll make 5 lessons. You know that time I used to solve math problems for not less than 100 students all over the world. Any math problem I see, I must solve it and send back. Sometimes I make videos. That was what I continued doing until I joined U Lesson Education. So that has been the journey. It was the journey of passion, and I learned from it that when you teach because of the outcome, that outcome must definitely bring income, because I had no intention of making money through teaching students online. But whether I like it or not, the money is coming in different ways through online teaching. That's it.
Wow. Your journey, I heard it here that your journey is one of, you're such an inspiration to me. And listening to you again, your journey is one of dedication and hard work. Because I can imagine you went at it for 6 straight months. 6 months. Nobody knew that anybody was doing anything anywhere. You were there for 6 months, turning out content. And it takes to turn out content for 1 day. And then you didn't even stop there. After the 6 months, you now started churning out 5 videos per day across all social media.
Yeah, I did it.
And then you started solving math questions, over 100 per day, right? Yeah.
Even today, like these days I get up to 2,000 a day, more than that. Whoa. But I can't exhaust all of them. I will just solve the ones I could, and maybe a question can last for 3 weeks before I can get to help that person, because a lot of people in even my WhatsApp, my line, everything. I don't have 1 minute of my time to rest, honestly, from work to helping people and teaching people online.
Whoa! Like I'm more recovered from that knowledge. You see, if there's something to be learned from this, it's the fact that whatever it is that your hand finds to do, stay there. I can imagine day 1, nobody. Day 2, nobody. Day 10. Day 100, people didn't know that anybody was doing something fantastic. And then
I post videos even on Sundays. When I started with that 6 months, I never missed a day without posting videos. I never missed a day. Sometimes I post, depending. Sometimes I post. There was a time when I was invited for Mortuna Award, the last stage of the award. I knew I would spend like 4 days away from my studio. I had to make a video that would cover me for 5 days. I carried it to come, and also I came with my board. I came with a board in Abuja in case of emergency. I carried a board.
So you took the board to what? Why they saw you with the board?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah. So
you
that's what I
you now.
I do it as stress. It's just my hobby. It's just my hobby, what I love doing. So I don't see it as stress. That's why even till today, no matter how busy I am, I cannot stay a day without opening my math textbook to see one or two things and solve one or
Wow.
two
You
problems.
know,
Yeah.
anyone sees you now, I think that some people may think you are an overnight success. They need to hear all these back stories about the things you had to endure. Think about somebody having just 10K in his account and spending 9K to buy a board to teach people that don't even care if you exist at that point, at that time. Do you understand? It was not like you were getting the feedback you needed at that point. But
Yeah.
I would say that it's the passion that kept pushing you on to doing what you were doing. And if there's one thing that is consistent in your story, is the fact that you have that passion for imparting. I believe that teaching, the honest truth is that when it comes to teaching, you never can earn what you are worth.
Yeah.
So teaching is a calling. It's something that you do because you really want to impart knowledge in other people. All right, we need to move this conversation forward because I'm blown away. I just want to dwell on the things you had to do. And it's such an encouragement to me because for instance, I have certain things that I'm also doing. And sometimes to look like nobody's showing up, but I can always draw from this. When you get started, people may not know. But when you stay, when you're consistent, because we're also consistent, you are doing it every day, every day.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that even that video that gave you that breakthrough, you probably didn't know that this was that video that was going to make a difference. It was just like every other video to you. But somehow that passion and dedication paid off eventually. Okay, so I want every teacher, because this video is also going to go on YouTube. So anyone who is not even a part of this right now may watch it later. And if there's something I want teachers to go with, it's the fact that they can widen their influence beyond their classroom. They can go beyond the four walls of the classroom and reach learners beyond their geographical boundaries. Now, can you share with us, coming up with 5 videos per day, and you still do content even till now, how do you come up with your content? Because I realized that one of your strategies is also mental math strategy. You come up with easy ways to solve problems. So how did you come from heaven with all of those things, or when you're sleeping at night, an angel will just tell you this is what you should do? So please tell us, you need to tell us, how do you come up with your content? And do you also spend some time researching, or everything you know is there, you just continue like that? Please share with us.
Okay. Like I said, it is just a game of revenge and passion. So I spend a lot of my time, even now, like I can't remember the last time I slept at 10 p.m. Most times I sleep 1 a.m. You cannot message me and I'll be offline. I'm always online, either researching or maybe I'm teaching somebody. I research a lot. Sometimes I always want to find the why. Why is this possible to do this way? So even some simultaneous equation you solve, in fact, there are a lot of topics in maths I know shortcuts to deal with them. Though I always advise students to use it, maybe in competitive exam, bit time that is objective questions and all that.
Objective. When you're trying to answer objective questions.
Yes. So I have taught in primary school, and that was where it started, because many students go for common entrance exam and they have up to hundreds of questions to answer in limited time. So I know I produce students that have gone for a lot of competitions and common entrance exam, and they did well because of this simplified way of doing math. So I take my time to study the why about every topic. So when you understand the why, you will appreciate how the problem works. It will help you to find the hidden things in that particular product. You know, maths is just a pattern. When you study a topic, you understand the pattern. And when you understand the pattern, you find a short way of doing it. So that is what I spend most of my time doing. And also I do research. I watch I have a lot of role models that does online work too outside Nigeria that I watch. I see what they do, and I always find a way of making it better, because when you watch something and understand it, you have to make it better so that students understand this better. That's what I do. So I have role models I watch and follow. I follow a lot. Instead of spending my time watching movies, watching other people doing a lot of things online. In fact, my celebrities are math teachers. Somebody like Black Pen Red Pen. I follow him a lot in what he does. A math teacher called Black Pen Red Pen. We have Eddie Wu. I follow these two people so much that before they drop any video, once I get a notification, even if I'm eating, even if I'm teaching, I must watch their videos. So yeah, so research, watching other tutorials, and also spending my time finding the pattern and knowing the why about the topic in mathematics. That is basically what I've been doing all this while to come up with these short tricks.
Beautiful, beautiful. So if I got 3 things from what you talked about, research, because no one is ever an island of knowledge, and you know it's also like you expanding your brain every time. You can't know it all, so you have to keep researching what are the current trends in your field, because I believe that not only math teachers will see this, other teachers will see it as well. So what are the current trends in your field? You have to look out for those trends and, you know, begin to leverage them. Also, I got that word purpose. Like, you try to apply that concept of purpose in whatever you're doing. You try to find out why. Why is this so? Why is this so? And once the person knows why, it's easy to follow up with the other things that follow. Like, okay, once you know why a simultaneous equation has to go this way, of course, when you're explaining it to someone else, you'll be able to explain better because you understand it as a concept, not as just numbers. Like, anytime you see 2, just write 2 or something. And then role models. It's important. Nobody's an island. We can learn from other people. We can have mentors that we learn from. No teacher has known it all. Nobody has attained it all. So if Esomnofu can have mentors, come on, please go and look for a mentor. All right, so we're wrapping this up. I have just one last question for you.
Okay.
And that's this. Quite a number of people will still see these videos. Many teachers out there will see these videos. So I want to know, what is your advice for any teacher that wants to say, okay, I've seen this guy listening to his struggle right now. I am super inspired. I am fired up. I want to start using social media to reach students. So what would your advice for those teachers be?
Okay. One is make sure you are coming online to teach with passion. Don't just come there because you want to make money. If you come there because you want to make money, you'll be disappointed, because you can spend a lot of months without getting any positive feedback. You can spend a lot of months. You can spend a lot of months without making any feedback from online teaching. Now, another advice is qualitative content. Don't just come up with content you are not sure of. Make a lot of research. Don't believe that this topic is not LCM, lowest common multiple. I know it. Do you know that I cannot come online to teach lowest common multiple without watching like 10 persons teaching it online? By watching those 10 persons, I will see the important things and strategies they have adopted in making that topic nice. I will also see some maybe errors they have made also, because nobody is perfect. I make mistakes. One mistake is above anyone. So I make mistakes too, and I try to correct it on my own. Then quality, quality in terms of content can come and come in two ways. One, the quality of what you are teaching. How standard is it? Is it correct? Is it right? Is it impactful? What's the benefit of this? What are this content is very important. I know if I have not motivated a lot of math teachers to start online content, I've motivated not less than 200. If I have not, I've motivated not less than 200. But some of them, their videos are not yet clear because of the gadgets they are using. They have good content, but the quality of their videos is not okay at all. So it's not blending. We have a poor content and quality video. You see? So all these things need to come to a balance before you can grow, because nobody likes math. Most students don't like math. Let me just be sincere. It doesn't mean that math is a difficult subject. So they will prefer watching comedies, music, and so many other things to watching a math video. So you need to make your video to be clear, funny too, because sometimes I act a lot of dramas in my videos. I try to make it funny. If you don't do that, nobody.
Have you danced for your students before?
Yeah, in my class, I'm a comedian.
We know you. We know you very well.
I cannot just come to a class and students will not laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. I cannot. I always find a way of doing that. So, quality content, passion, then endurance. See it that any day you fail to post a video, that is the day you are supposed to trend, and you made yourself not to trend. And you just see it as if I miss posting video today, this video would have trended, and I wouldn't grow. I'm just being an enemy to myself. Continue doing it, even if nobody is watching it. Watch it. If nobody is watching it, watch it. If you make one today and nobody watches it, make two tomorrow. Do you know I bought all these things, all these evangelists used to go out for morning cryers.
Megaphone.
Yes. I bought it. I went to so many higher institutions to teach them maths. I just told them, what course is giving you headache? I just need people to see me. They would tell me, I'll just start teaching them. I'll just tell themselves, I do this online to get more info about this. Go to online, follow Esomnofu Online Maths and all that. I know I got some followers from them. Do you know?
You got megaphone.
Yes, I did it.
Okay.
I did it. I also put wired pass question in DVD plate. I made it and shared it freely to thousands of students, free of charge. And I still have up to 100 copies now in my house now. Up to 100 copies. Wired pass questions. I shared it to thousands of students in Anambra free of charge, just for them to know me and just for them to benefit from my teaching. So my intention wasn't to make money. So anybody that is coming out to make money through online teaching may not grow. I'm not saying the person will not grow, but I'm saying may not grow. Because when you are doing it really, passionately, even if you stay 1,000 years without anyone watching you, you can't be tired. You can't be tired. But many people have started and they have stopped because they have not seen money. They thought that once they go into it, millions of naira will start coming. No, that's not the way it's done. So my advice in summary is be passionate, be committed, be enduring, have endurance and patience, and do it passionately. Do it because you want to help students learn, not because you want to grow, not because you want to be popular, not because you want people to see you. Do it because you want to help. Do it because it gives you joy to teach and people see you. Do it continuously. Do not stop. If you get one view today, continue moving on, continue posting. Don't be tired. And every day, try to ensure that the quality of video you are bringing out is better than the one you brought out yesterday.
Previously.
Spend money buying gadgets. Spend money buying gadgets. Don't continue using the same gadgets every day. watch other people do and see how they do their own, it will honestly improve. I have this a very good friend of mine from Sokoto State, Tambuwal. He's too popular. He has almost the same followers I have in all social media platforms. He's doing so well, and we started together. We met each other when we are less than 500 followers, and we continued. All that stopped. We continued. And now, if you bring nobody in Sokoto State, we not know Tambuwal. When you mention Tambuwal Master in Sokoto State, in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, he's very popular.
Wow.
He's very popular. So, and he did it out of passion too. I know how we discussed about it when we were starting, how we exchange questions. Sometimes he will see difficult math question that he's not able to solve. He share with me. I will see one, two, I share with him. We continued like that. So instead of seeing it as maybe competition, we help each other. In fact, without each other, we couldn't have gotten to the number of followers we have. So help each other to grow too. So make sure you collaborate. Collaboration is very important too in growing online, because via collaboration you will gain a lot of strategies and inputs that will help you to grow, which you alone might not have done so without somebody being with you. Share ideas. Then help others too. Like I have bought not less than 20 boards and microphone for teachers that want to start all these online teaching maths, free of that. In fact, last week there was a teacher I sent. He said he doesn't have money to start. I have to send him 20,000 naira to go and get those gadgets, and she's happy now. She has started doing it. The reason I'm doing it is that I want a situation it will reach that teachers will be celebrities too. A teacher can be celebrated, and in fact, to me, the best celebrities in life should be teachers, because they are impacting a lot. Rather than dancing, making a lot of. I'm not saying that dancing is not good, but there are some aspect of dancing that I see online that are irritating. So I want students' attention to be diverted through education, because if we had all these technology when we were in secondary school and all that, I don't think I have to buy a master's book. I can just go online and watch any topic I want to watch. Yeah. So I helped a lot of teachers to start this, because if there are 100 popular teachers in Nigeria in terms of using social media to teach, I think teachers can be celebrated. And if anything happens to you tomorrow, maybe your page is deleted or something happened, they can share you through. It won't take you time to grow again, like all these comedians do. I've known, like there is a celebrity here in Instagram, Tunde Not. There was a time he has been blocked so many times, but he made it to get up to 1 million followers, because there are many comedians, there are many bloggers that will help him to come up again. But if you are alone and you want to be alone, if anything happens to you, that's the end. So these are my intentions. So I want teachers to be celebrated too. Teachers can be celebrated, and that has been my target. Okay.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful. Like, you have said a whole lot. And I just want to do a quick recap. You talked about passion. Excuse me. You have to be passionate. You talked about balancing quality of content with quality of production.
Yes.
So you have to come with, you should have done your research such that when you are coming to teach online, you're not coming to say nonsense. You're coming to teach correct things that people, and then you're coming to teach it in an engaging way so that your learners will be interested in viewing your videos. And you should balance that with quality of production. You talked about endurance, because it won't come, it's not like you will start today and you see results today. You talked about commitment as well. And then there's something you emphasized on, which is collaboration. A friend of mine once said that the best teacher is all of us together. So when we come together and work together, we can leverage on each other's strengths, and then from there you can, you talked about questions, something as easy as questions. When I don't know how to solve this question, I ask him. When he comes across questions like that, he also tells me. And most importantly, you talked about community. We should build a community.
Yeah.
Because a community, when someone is going down, there are several hands there that will pull the person up. And I want to celebrate you for doing that intentionally. I know it's not easy to come and say, oh, I bought a book for people, before people will think you are bragging. But you said it to drive home that point that you don't want to be the only one up there. You want a community. And let's be men, there's enough room for birds to fly in the sky. And just as we wrap up, I would like to celebrate you. You're such an inspiration, and I can only ask that you keep going. Just keep going, because there's more territories. There are more territories to be conquered, and there are more victories to be won. Thank you so much for being a part of this program this evening. I really enjoyed having this conversation with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you have anything to say? I can't see you anymore. Do you have anything to say as we go?
Okay. I just still want to continue encouraging our teachers that nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible to just be consistent and passionate about what you do, because passion can take one anywhere. I've never imagined that I will be with a governor, dine with a governor, talk with a governor, and even be awarded by a governor of a state. I never knew it's possible. So all these things were possible because of passion. So passion is very much important. So I encourage all teachers to deliberately and passionately help students to learn, because your outcome can only bring an income, because the income is very important, but let it not come first. Outcome brings your income. All right, so I think that's all from me for now.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone who has joined, and thank you to everyone who is going to watch this at some point or the other. Don't forget to drop a comment. Let us share our learning points. What is that one thing that stood out for you in this conversation? Until next month, my name is Christiana Adebi. I'll see you. Bye.
Bye.